Hello everyone, this is Juan Sarmiento and today is Wednesday, December the 18th. You recall yesterday I entered a trade on YUM, and it got filled, and you can tell how early in the morning it was, and it was two minutes into the trading day. Okay. Here in California, the market opens at our 6:30 a.m. Let's analyze that. And here it is, okay, yum. Let's reset this, and we are right here. We already have a little bit of profit, don't we? It's not a bullish trade, it's a bearish trade. Let me check that out. Oh no, I simply was closing, so it did close, which is good. All right, sorry about that. If you want to see the entire trade in and out, go to account statement, enter the ticker symbol, and go back several weeks. In this case, more than 60 days was plenty enough. I started the trade back in November the 19th. Back then, a bullish trade, a put spread. Let's analyze that. And this is what it would be today. But I did get out of it very early in the morning. And so let's analyze that. And we closed at a profit of 136. And as you can see, the stock continues down. All right, fine. All right, so let's take a look at potential trades to exit today. Go to the account statement, and here if you see the P&L percentage, click on that until it's organized with the most greatest percentage first. And we have Xerox there. I suspect that's a bearish trade. Let's take a look at the Xerox. XRX, and looks like it's popping up. Let's see, analyze trade. That's curious. And here we are. I'm thinking that this looks a little bullish to my liking. And since we have more than 50%, we should consider closing it because it's a bearish trade. And so let's do that. I will be exiting here for $132 profit. Send that off. All right. Who else? Back to monitor tab, account statement. And we have Cena. You recall that this was a diagonal that I just changed into a vertical spread. We have XLNX, Xilinx, I think. XLNX. XLNX. All right. And it's a bullish trade. Let's take a look. I think we could, oh, it's a diagonal. Fantastic. Diagonals have another feature, which is they can very easily be turned around. In this case, it's a bullish trade. We have profited $150, close to, of a potential 317. But right now it looks very good because it looks like the stock may go sideways and perhaps even a little lower, but that's not a big deal for this trade. We have this January expiration for the shorts. If you became bearish, you could very easily switch. I don't recommend you do that. That's, that the assumption for my trade is that you are either bullish or bearish or out. There's no transforming. But there might be a situation in which you want to transform, and what you do is you roll down your short call or roll up your long call. Okay. In this case, I would like to roll up my long call. So what I do analyze rolling, and then transform my long January 24 90 call to a higher strike price. Same expiration, let's say 95. It needs to be higher than your short. And change the date so it matches your existing trade, and bingo, you have now a bearish trade with limited risk, very limited risk. Okay, I don't want to do that just now. If I get bearish on this stock, I could do that, is my point. But it looks bullish right now, so I'm going to leave it alone. And those are the potential trades for exiting today. Remember, you can always go to the Monitor tab, Activity and Positions. Here you can create a list, and for whatever reason, and in this case, I've created two lists. One is bullish and one is bearish. Perhaps you want to create a neutral one and enter iron condors or something like that. You would say you need to be in a new layout. Okay, that's important. And then come over here and say, and you can delete a group or you can create a new group. Add group, let's call it neutral, and okay. And now it's listed here as a new group. And then any of the stocks or any new stock or any stock you own that you own, you can transfer it to the neutral if you wish. Let's say here YUM, because I exited, is now 0. You would say analyze, move to group, and then here you say neutral. And now I just moved the YUM to the neutral group. Then here you would create the P&L, enter the P&L percentage by just clicking on any group, click on this gear here and say percentage, or better yet, let's just put P/L and says P&L percentage, and then you just add, and then it will show up. Already have it, but that's how you would make your list. And this is organized. You want to see which of your bullish trades is above or below 50%. Just click here, and here again, Silinx is very close to 50%, and then perhaps that's the time to get out of it. Okay, let's look at some potential trades that I have chosen. Here again, I have 3 bearish trades today. Yeah, I know we have lots of bearish trades and they haven't been turning out good, but I have to follow my rules even when you're not doing well. If you know what you're doing, eventually it all pays off. The idea of a vertical is that you are having the probabilities on your side and you're trying to limit your losses by entering a trade, and that's all you can do about it, and then let it go. And then when you're in a profit, you want to get in and out as soon as you can. The idea here is that your losers will be fewer because the probability is low of them completely losing all of it. You can completely losing all of it. And so that's the idea, okay? Note that I also have some label ITM. That means that you're close to the expiration, which is this Friday, and some of your options are in the money and you may be assigned. So with 2 days to expiration, you should consider exiting those trades rolling them over or something like that. Let's take a look at this. I see now that Verizon is here with only 16 P&L, but we are very close to expiration. Let's take a look at the Verizon. And today made a sudden move down, and I think it probably will continue on lower, but we're close to expiration. So let's analyze that. And it says here December, and we are in the middle here. Okay. Oh, so what are we going to do? Because I'm bearish, I have a little profit. And the bearish move had only just begun. I have a little profit here, and I want to roll it over. Okay, because a sudden move now would wipe out all this little profit, but if I extend it to a later date, we could be all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm selecting those two, and I said analyze rolling, and that's a vertical roll. Okay, and so I'm changing my December 20 calls for a later date. In this case, I will go farther out, let's say January 31st. And it says not traded, so what about the 24th? Nothing. How about the January, February? Okay, that February seems to be too far out. What about January 17? Okay, January 17 does work, and this is your new trade. Okay, so select here 2 to expiration to see the whole thing. Okay, that doesn't look bad at all, does it? Meaning we already have a little profit. We're sitting here, and you're risking $244 to make 256. Is pretty much what we had before, except that we already saved a little money because we have a profit. Only do this if you are between the strikes, between your 2 strikes. Okay, and in this case we are in the plus side, so it's easier to do. And as you can see, the result is a trade that is pretty much similar to what I've done before in terms of risk return and probability and all that. So I know that it looks very similar to what I have. So with only 2 days to expiration, I don't want to risk it. I'm going to roll it over and give myself some time for this to work. So confirm and send. Good. As far as the others label ITM, you can do the same similar procedure. We have Amazon. It says P&L 80, loss. BT is a loss. Don't bother with the losers, okay? Don't modify the losers, only the winners. Unless you are in the middle. Okay, it looks like there are going to be losers. And in that case, the long and the short will cancel each other. Okay, the rolling over is more on those stocks that one may be assigned and the other may be expired worthless. So you don't want to end up with short stock or long stock without a compensating trade. So look at the call side as well, or I mean the bullish side. There's nothing there, so we don't need to worry about that. Okay, let me go and tell you what trades I've selected. We have PG, and I'm bearish on PG. That's Procter & Gamble. Made a sudden move down here, and I think it will go further down, so let's analyze the trade here. I'm selecting January 31st, 25 and 23. That's two strike prices. It's a put spread and it's a long spread, and here I'm risking 288 to make 312. That looks really good. And I'm gonna send that off. Again, another bearish trade. Coca-Cola, also looking for a bearish trade on it. I'm bearish on it, so here's another bearish trade. Sorry about that, but that's what it's showing. I have to trade according to my system. Okay, so here is 3 strike prices, two strike prices, 3 lots. I'm risking 279 to make 312. And the last one is AR and C. This is the former aluminum company Alcoa. It's now called Iconic. And I'm bearish on that too. Needless to say, I've been looking for bullish trades. Today I found nothing. Here I'm doing the 30-32 put. It's a short put, no long put, so it's a bearish trade. I'm risking $309 to make $291. How about if I move this a little bit lower? Okay, so let's say 31 and 29. See if that changes things. No, I don't like that at all. How about if we went the other way and went 33, 30, I don't like that either, so I'm going to stick with the one that I chose. Confirm and set. If you want to find out how I make that decision, that will be part of my course, so make sure that you notify me that you would be interested in that. You can just put a message in the comment section if you think you might be interested in a course in which I will show you my criteria for entering a trade, as far as selecting the stock, selecting the specific vertical spread that I'm using, or diagonal. When do I decide diagonal versus vertical? Which vertical will be better? And of course, you know already that I make my trades to be 1% of my account, so the amount invested also is predefined. And how do I find those stocks? And when do I decide to enter more bearish than bullish or bullish than bearish? And that it depends exclusively on my system for selecting stocks, which I don't intend to change. So that's all for today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
For this video. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel by clicking on the subscribe button below. Once you have done that, be sure to also click on the bell so you get a notification of future videos coming up in this channel. Be sure also to click like if you enjoyed this video, and feel free to share it with your friends and family. Thank you very much. Don't forget to visit www.PutCallGenie.com. Then go and subscribe. You could simply subscribe as a visitor. It is free, and you would have access to several videos of interest for traders. You would be directed to this registration page. It is free. Once you have subscribed as a visitor, feel free to go to the tutorials and select the free videos. These are videos of general interest for all traders. Thank you very much.